Hello everyone, my name is Monique Tinglin. I am a junior at the Berkeley Carroll School located in Brooklyn, New York. I would first like to acknowledge the Princeton class of 1986, its associates, everyone who has supported me along my journey, and my fellow prize winners. Let's begin by thinking about words that come to mind when we think of diversity. Raise your hand if race was the first word that came to mind. Okay. Raise your hand if sex trafficking was the first word that came to mind. Sex trafficking is not often associated or made a part of diversity conversations. With that being said, every year, over 2,000 girls fall victim to CSEC, commercially sexually exploited children in New York City. Out of those girls, 80% are of color. Through a threefold Take Action plan, my goals were to educate my community, prevent sex trafficking, and inspire. My team and I educated hundreds of New York City teens by hosting monthly open dialogue discussions, trained youth leaders on how to raise awareness about the sensitive topic, and executed a drive to collect survival needs for these victims. On February 4, 2013, I hosted a Stop Sex Trafficking Take Action conference. Through the power of education, we prevented future generations of youth to fall victim to CSEC. And lastly, through media, Take Action projects, and lobbying with government officials in Albany, we inspired the nation to get involved tackling this crisis. Participation and engagement in diversity initiatives by members of the independent school community of all racial backgrounds are on a steady rise. With the help and collaboration of teachers, students, I developed a program that has changed the way we measure diversity. I named my initiative Conversations of Consequence: How to Lead into Discomfort to Stop Dysfunction. As a student of color attending a predominantly Caucasian school, leading conversations about diversity and race relations can be challenging. We have increased the understanding of race-related issues by adding components of POC, People of Color Affinity Group, in my school that attracts white students who, prior to this addition, shy away from having these difficult conversations. When my white counterparts begin to have the difficult conversations about race, we strengthen our community. Conversations can be about non-controversial matters, like the hair texture of a girl in school, or more controversial issues, like the Trayvon Martin shooting, both with the goal of sharing perspectives that increase understanding, even if there's not an ultimate agreement. If we do not understand each other, then we are bound to mistreat one another. And if we're not curious about all cultures, ethnicities, and affinity groups, we miss opportunities to strengthen our community because of thoughtlessness and indifference. In September of 2012, I co-founded a diversity literary magazine entitled The Other Voice. This magazine gives a voice to students who are passionate about diversity and race relations. Lastly, as a DAIS core leader, Diversity Awareness Initiative for Students, I provide a forum for teenagers of all racial backgrounds to openly discuss diversity issues, and peer facilitator and sometimes as a panelist for national conferences and local meetings. In this role, I work alongside the executive director of DAIS to develop a documented programming and diversity meeting for annual conferences. My commitment to race relations will have a lasting impact on my community long after I am gone. Communication is key. By teaching people how to have the conversations that matter, we move closer to fulfilling Martin Luther King's dream of a world where people are judged by the content of the character and not the color of their skin. Thank you.